Hey gang, it's Uncle Todd again, and we're looking at episode 4 of Wednesday. And halfway point here, and we're making some progress on the mystery. Wednesday, noticing the scratches on Xavier's neck, follows him and finds this building that he's in. And when he leaves, she investigates and finds quite a number of pictures of the monster. She grabs one and heads out, only to find, as she's leaving, Xavier shows up. Well, you know why she's there, and caught in a bad predicament, she asks him to the rave happening the next night, which he accepts. She then goes to the sheriff, shows him the picture, and says she wants to work with him, but he's she isn't Adams after all, but he says if she can bring him concrete proof, maybe they can work together. Meanwhile, Enid is asked to the rave by Lucas, who is the mayor's son, and still being angry at Ajax, she accepts. Wednesday sets up a murder board at Eugene's beehive area, because Enid keeps passing out when she looks at it. And Eugene recognizes one of the pictures that was drawn. It's a cave. Wednesday goes to investigate with him, and they find evidence of the beast being there. Lots of bones from deer that have been eaten, some shackles hammered into a wall, and a claw embedded in the rock, which Wednesday takes. She then goes to Xavier's portrait studio, I guess you'd call it, and finds a rag with some of his blood on it. And unfortunately, Xavier walks in on her. He explains he has been seeing the monster in his dreams, and so to get rid of it, he's been drawing it. But Xavier has this ability of making his dreams come alive. They aren't permanent. This is shown in a previous episode where he had a charcoal spider come alive, but you touch it, it disintegrates. And his scratches was because one of the pictures he was working on reached out and struck him. Apparently his power is not always under his control. Realizing that Wednesday had really come to follow him because she suspected he had a connection to the monster and really had no intention of going out with him, breaks the date and tells her to leave. Because of this falling out, earlier Tyler had found out Wednesday was going to the rave with Xavier and was very upset. He thought he and Wednesday were making a connection, but Wednesday being Wednesday cannot really emote, as it were. Thing takes it upon himself to write a letter to Xavier and leave it in, not Xavier, Tyler, and leave it in the tip jar, inviting him to the rave on Wednesday's behalf. And he steals a dress from Uriah's heap that Wednesday liked. Wednesday takes the claw and the rag to the sheriff to get a DNA sample done, and tells him that if when she gets the results, she can then decide whether to tell him where she got them and who she suspects. She plans to go and stake out the cave with Eugene, but instead of going to the rave, but then Tyler shows up and she realizes what thing is done and stuck. She makes herself up and goes to the rave. She runs into Eugene, and Eugene decides he's going to go on his own and stake out the cave. Then we come to one of the best parts of the whole series. During the Cramps Goo Goo Muck, Wednesday does the most amazing and eccentric dance I've ever seen. You have to watch the episode to see it. It is amazing. Everybody on the dance floor just can't believe what they're seeing from her. And then it turns out Enid's date was using this as an excuse to actually get some revenge for what happened in the last episode with the prank that was pulled. The prank that was pulled at the town square. And he's gotten to know Enid and actually kind of likes her, but he tries to talk his friends out of it, but nope, they're going to do it. They have brought a tanker truck in and they hook the hose up to the water system, and during the finale of the rave, one of them hits the fire alarm, which causes the sprinklers to turn on, and everyone is covered in blood. Not real blood, fake blood. Wednesday's everybody's panicking, but Wednesday, who's kind of thinking, hey, this is pretty cool, and then she tastes it and goes, ugh. They didn't even have the guts to use real blood. Unfortunately, she also gets a vision at this point that Eugene is going to be attacked by the monster. And she rushes out. Back at the cave, Eugene. Am I getting that right? Yes, Eugene. My memory is so bad. Eugene sees someone approach the cave and throw a fire bomb into it that explodes everything in the cave, losing all the evidence that could be found there. He's also spotted by the person who has a flashlight and shines it in his face, and he runs off. As he's being chased, he trips and loses his glasses and is hunting for them. Wednesday comes running up and calling out his name, and he calls out to her. Just as he finds his glasses, he puts them on and looks, and the monster attacks him. Back at the dance, Enid finds out that what Lucas had done, and she's crushed. Eugene doesn't look too happy. Not Eugene. Lucas. Lucas doesn't look too happy about it either, but he and the other two bullies run off. Or I should say they're chased off by Ajax. And then they confess. She took Lucas to the dance to make him jealous, and he admits that he didn't blow her off the other night. He accidentally stoned himself when he looked at himself in the mirror by accident. They laugh and then kiss. Wednesday comes upon Eugene. Emma Thornhill runs up and asks if he's still alive, having followed Wednesday. And that's where the episode ends. Whew. Boy, it's getting intense. There's some interesting moments where Wednesday actually starts to have a heart-to-heart with Bianca, who's been her enemy, and she's learning some hard truths about people and the world. Bianca's life isn't that great. She's a siren. She will never really know if people like her for her or if it's an inadvertent thing from her ability. Even with the medallion, it's not foolproof. And she's envious of Wednesday because Wednesday doesn't care what anybody thinks of her. And Wednesday kind of blurts out that it's not entirely true. But Bianca had gone to the dance with Tristan, but realized Tristan really didn't want to go with her. Then he asks her to use her power to make him forget Wednesday, which infuriates her because he broke up because he wasn't sure she was using her power on him, and now he wants her to use her power on him to make him forget another girl, and she's just crushed by this, which leads to the heart to heart. Yeah, really good episode, and trust me, you got to watch for the dance. That was awesome. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.